I can get about 55 SCHF, sorry, SCFH airflow. Okay. Kerosene heater's off. You guys are talking about some funny stuff. Alright, everything's recording. So I'm gonna go for it. That freaking sucked. Choke's wide open. I'm just gonna barely turn this on. Just barely. Flashback. Did you guys see that? There was a flame coming out of the wrong side of my engine. And that's the one thing I don't have is a fire extinguisher. I need to go get one. I got one inside. Oh, that was neat. I'm going to take that off. Turn this off. Did anybody see that? Hell yes. It says yes. I'm going to take this plastic thing off here. That freaking sucked. I was starting to melt my intake manifold. Not the one I made, but the air. It was literally just burning of the hydrogen. That was fantastic. Just what I always wanted. Yeah, I know. It is, though. That was freaking crappy. I really should hold on to that valve so I can turn it off. Or put it on like a push button type thing. It just started burning. And I didn't really know what to do at that moment. Kind of freaked out. That's funny. Yeah, I know. I need to go get one. I'll go get my show thought of that first. You big dummy. I forgot. I'm gonna go get my fire extinguisher. I'll be honest with you, that threw me for a loop. I didn't know what happened. Cutting some shims for spacers here for this bolt, so I don't ruin my gaskets. Well, so far I blew up a balloon and I've created fire out of my manifold. That's just fantastic. Just what I always wanted. Entertaining, but not so safe. So I need more ambient air for sure right off the bat. That's my first thought. Okay, I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Yes, Tony, I have. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, I turned my police radio on because I thought I saw flashlights outside, which I think is funny. Okay, I'm gonna play around with this for a little bit more, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. The gas gun has to work before the EPG is gonna do its thing. I don't have all the wires hooked up for it yet, so I'm gonna wait a little bit on that one. Do it next live show. We can run a bunch of tests. For right now, turn this back on. Okay. Oh no! I don't have a scanner. I have a phone that has a scanner. I can scan police stations. Nice, huh? No extra money. I think I paid like $1 for that application a long time ago. Alright, well, kinda a little frustrating with the whole fact that this thing's like melting with the hydrogen. So, now I've got my fire extinguisher, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull the Hawaii Drive. Got my fire extinguisher ready to go just in case I need it. Cause that was a little scary. Oh yeah. Alright, y'all ready? I'm just barely gonna crack this open this time. Alright, here we go. Oh, let me turn this camera on. Okay, here we go. This is scary. I'm gonna have to do this simultaneously. Because that just backfired all the way through this thing and just started it's just literally just like on fire because it's hydrogen. Try this again. Oh, there it went. There we go. I just had way too much. It's running! It is running. I'm using so little hydrogen. Like a tiny amount. Hydrogen! Funny! That is funny! Why is it funny? I don't know. I think it's funny. I'm going to grab my fire extinguisher just in case I need it. I'll turn this up real slowly. throttle the engine a little. That's wide open. I'm going to turn this pump on. Turn my extra air on. Idle, baby, idle. I'm going to set this generator on the floor. Well, that's interesting. You hear it knocking real bad? When I shut the air off to it, I get a lot of knocking. And I can't get it to run with my thumb over the intake. If I use the ambient air, it's actually sucking it in. I'm really curious. I want to get that generator hooked up to just hydrogen only, and even that little bit amount, see if we can get it to work. But I don't know, man. It's interesting. Ah! Alright. Idling. Now, I want to physically hear the amount of hydrogen coming out from that. Quite a bit. Quite a bit of hydrogen, really, to be honest. Just to get it to put. Alright, well, I can call that a success. I mean, it's running. It's hydrogen. I didn't do anything to the timing. I can't get it to run at full RPM very well. But, you know, there's still a lot of meter mixing to do. Exhaust gases and such. I think that will help bring down the amount of hydrogen needed. I don't know. I'm not using oxygen either. That's just hydrogen. You gotta remember that one. Oh, jeez. That's funny. Oh, it's still lit. Okay, well, I'll let it burn itself out a minute. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Turn up gas, open throttle, says. See you guys. Whoever's leaving, Brox is leaving. Thanks for coming. Yep. Alright, I gotta turn this up if I turn that up. Well, I'm never reaching past like that would be 30 SCHF. Sorry, SCFH. I really don't know how to change the measurement on that to liters per minute, but I'm not really going past like 30, and it's running wide open. Interesting. Engine's not really getting that hot. It's definitely warm, but it's not overheated or anything. It looks like I can shut or open the throttle completely and it will still run on the hydrogen. Wide open or not. Now I do have some ambient air going into that manifold. I have an extra port, you know, but I'll close that off. But it literally is just running like on the hydrogen and tiny a bit of air we can get in it. Open throttle or closed throttle, it just starts either sputtering or nothing. Interesting. I'm gonna have to sit down and process this for a little while. Yeah, there is no load, and I wanted a generator so that I can plug loads into it. You know, a saw or something. Yeah, that would be a great idea, Tony, actually. That'd be one way of doing it. Electronically controlling is the way I would go, but you know, that's a pretty good idea. Self-controlling diaphragm type mechanism. It's a great idea. Indeed, it was successful. Scarecrow found a rich mixture device. Yeah, LP car would be a good idea. But my goal for this project is to get an engine to run and not have to modify it a whole lot. Minimal amount of modification is what I'm actually looking for. I'm going to go ahead and hook my HHO cell back up. Because I want to try something. A few things, to be honest. Man, these barb fittings, I hate these things. I like the push fittings a whole lot better. Okay, Mr. Hydrogen Cell, hook you back up. Okay. I'll read all of your comments here. Let's sit down and look at what you guys have to say for a little bit. I mean, it's running. That was part of my... I want to see it run. Now, I do have a V8 El Camino sitting right on the other side of this wall. And I really, just for fun... Oh, spider. I really, just for fun, want to see what it takes to get that to run. So, one day, we'll try it. Not today. But one day we will try it. Alright. Okay, I'm reading. What is your thoughts? Yes, I know that. Hydrogen burns faster. That's why we want to use the... See, but I don't want to mess with the degrees. I know we can, but I'd rather not. I want to play with the gas mixture instead. If we can get the gas mixture correct, then we can do that. Agreed, Tony. Either one of those would be a great choice, and it's something to think about. I'm asking too much. Who's asking too much? Alright. I could add some electrolyte to that cell and get it to produce a little bit more, but I still got my arrestor in place. See, right now we're not even producing enough gas to get this ball off this meter. So, that alone is not enough to run this engine. And I'm considering the hydrogen mixture in that as well. And the oxygen. So, that cell will not do it with this amount of amps. I could add some electrolyte because it's only pulling like 13 amps. This cane can run at 25. Again, the balloon test would be the best, but I have to have that flashback. Now what I can do is build up some pressure in that cell and then release it. Try to get it to do that way. What? Try mine, Russ. What are you talking about? Your cell? Oh yeah, your cell doesn't put out hardly any at all. I could mix the two, but I'm using the same power supply. That's okay. I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing that I'm learning what I'm learning right this moment in time, because until we do it, you can watch YouTube videos all day, and that's definitely a help. That other people that have tried it, but doing it yourself is one way to learn. And the meter mixing of gases, I think, is extremely important. And obviously, it looks like we're going to have quite a bit of hydrogen just by itself to get this thing to go. And if Stan, claims that you're doing a lot of gas, did you just write 125 psi? I did a whole bunch of stuff on the discs, Tony, just so you know. I've actually got a quenching disc right here. So I can connect this and light this and not have an explosion. Gotta get it up here first. There, it's lit. I like the way that sounds. There, I blew it out. That's funny. Oh, I don't think it would suck in enough air. That's fine. Alright, enough of that cool device. Yeah. So, looks like I know that I can run this engine on I can get it to idle on a tiny amount of hydrogen, but not this tiny. This is like 2.5 liters of HHO, not just the hydrogen side of it, so yeah. Interesting lessons I just learned. Whoa, what are we talking about? Somebody did mention something earlier I missed. It said, The hydrogen gas gun was used to strip away the electrons from the gases. And like you just said, Tony, like try to keep them from combining. In my opinion, on the whole entire ionization thing, the fact that you can ionize this gas, you can take away electrons. When you ignite it, it wants those back, and so the reaction is going to be more violent to get those back, and or to try to get them back. Something very violent is going to happen, because the more unstable your gas is, the more violent the reaction. Problem is I've asked so many people about the ionization, and so many people about what would happen if you took away 4 valence rings, electrons from the valence rings, and nobody could give me an answer. But in my opinion, you know, the more you disrupt this gas and try to ignite it, the more violent the reaction is going to be. And so with all that said, what kind of violent reaction happens? Is it the form of heat? Is it the form of combustion? Is it the form of vacuum? I mean, is it all of those things? You know? I don't know, but nobody can answer the simple question of what happens when you take oxygen and take away 4 of its electrons and try to ignite it with hydrogen. Nobody can really answer that. But one thing you also have to remember is that when you're using Stan's cell and you're making gas, when you are making the gas, you're ionizing it, and that's already starting the process of ionization already. So later in the game, I think Stan found out that if you just add ambient ionized gases, that it actually works better. Instead of doing the hydrogen and the oxygen, because it's not really needed. But because hydrogen only has the 1 electron, so you can't really ionize it. You ain't got a whole lot left. Plus, it takes tremendous energy to do that anyway. I guess it's more than just 1, but yeah, there is BAM5. There is. You can still get those 2 to recombine. That's not a real big deal. You can get those to recombine because there are still extra electrons floating around. Obviously, you're not going to get 100% recombine 100%, but you're going to get some. You're always going to get some. But it's going to be minute amounts. Kind of like my tests with the burn-o-meter. If I run just the HHO, which is pretty much hydrogen-oxygen mixture in the perfect ratio to turn back into water, that's what you get. You get the water. And if you add a bunch of ambient air, you don't get as much water. Ambient air has like 70% nitrogen and like 20% oxygen, and then a less of a whole bunch of stuff else. Man, I don't even know if my camera was running the whole time. I'm sure it was. I'm going to sit down. I've had a lot of fun this evening, but I'm thinking it's time to sit down and ponder some stuff. I don't see that balloon blow up. That was funny. This camera doesn't capture loud noises very well, so that kind of sucks. John quit. He says I'm done. Quite a few of you are hanging out. Well, I got 23 viewers still. That's pretty impressive. Surprised you guys hung out with me for this long. No major explosions except for that balloon, which was freaking loud. And I think it was right behind the generator, so I'm going to see here where it was at. That one pole and that thing was gone. That was funny. Thanks, man. I'm glad you're here. Always. I'm glad I can do this live stuff. It's really good to have feedback right away. Getting back to comments and stuff is kind of hard sometimes, but YouTube sucks on my behalf. I can have a hard time getting on there. I'm going to watch this balloon blow up. This is going to be funny. Fun times. It's cold out here. I should really turn my heater back on. Awesome. Very cool. Thanks. Trying to do my part, guys, but I need your help, so I appreciate you. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully I make it through all my explosions and we continue our day. I'm really freaked out about that hydrogen, to be honest with you, but very, very, very low amounts needed to run this engine, so I'm pretty impressed, actually. Now I just need to do some calculating. Need to sit down and do some thinking. For the next 2 weeks I will. I'll survive. Have faith. This will be funny when this thing blows up. It's always fun to watch that on the live feed too later. I'll highlight it like I did last time. That was pretty fun. That's a 7 horsepower overhead valve engine. Right here's the name. If you Google it, it's Chicago Electric Generators. It's from Harbor Freight. It's 3,500 watts rated, 3,500 watts max. Does not have 220. It's just a 110 generator. 25 amp and 220 amp circuit breakers and a DC. The CC, you know what, that was on a sticker I had some pictures of. 208 cc. 208 cc. One bad thing about these engines is the fact that a lot of these things are very inefficient. They're designed to just burn some gas and run, make them work, and that's it. They don't care too much about the efficiencies. So that's kind of an issue with like the lawnmower or a gen set. Oh, here it goes. It's gonna blow up. Oh no, I had the flashback arrestor in there first. This will be funny. I'm laughing already. Oh boy, you're gonna get me started on that, are you? I'll give you my opinion on what you just posted, Andy. Yeah, I was gonna buy an electric start model, but Oh. I love that laugh. I just like mad scientists. So that'll be entertaining to slow down, but you can't see the balloon, it's all hidden. That sucks. That's great. Great times. Okay, so Andy, your opinion on that. I'm gonna turn this heater on, I'm getting cold. I'm gonna sit here, eat some Doritos, and I'll talk to you fine folks for a little bit. How about that? I'll even get you a better view. Y'all come to hang out and watch my videos and try to cheer me on and hopefully learn something in the process, so I'll be more than glad to take the time to sit here and talk to you guys. Alright. Oh. So here's what Andy said. I hate how they discreted stand by saying Meyer's work defies the laws of conservation of energy, which states that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It's like WTF. Obviously, that's not what he's doing. He found how to extract energy efficiently from HHO, not create energy. So here's my first problem. My question to the science committee, if this goes any further than me just talking to you guys right now, my problem is that these people made up laws. So they did what I'm doing right now. Alright? Right now I'm sitting at this generator and I'm putting hydrogen into it, and I'm stating that it takes this much hydrogen to run this engine, and I'm going to write a bunch of rules and I'm going to turn them into laws, and that's it. From here on out, that's what you get. You cannot change what is going on because I just made laws. Now tell me, when somebody else comes along and discovers something new and they try to throw it at the science committee, which is a lot of people, and they already have all these rules, so they go down their book, they check that off, it doesn't meet that requirement, they check that off, it doesn't meet that requirement, they check that off, it doesn't meet that requirement. So you're telling me that just because you randomly made up some laws that now it's not possible? And if they can't find the Higgs boson, the God particle, oh no, all their laws are freaking flawed. Oh, really? We know that they're flawed. Just like Andy just said, energy is nor destroyed or created. I mean, look at the freaking universe. How does the sun just keep going? And going and going. Well, eventually it dies out, but that energy gets traveled. Think about it. Energy from the sun gives out a solar storm, and we get hit by it, and we absorb that energy. We absorb the heat. And it's transferred into little plants, and the plants transfer it into oxygen, and then we breathe it in and crap it out as CO2. And one of these old junkers right here. I mean, I just don't get it. How are you going to sit there and tell me or anyone else that because I made up this law, it's not possible? You're breaking laws. These laws are stuff that you made up, you big dummy. Freaking ridiculous. It's irritating to see that we as these people, I consider myself a scientist. I'm a backyard scientist. What does that have to do with anything? I don't care. But you know, I'm learning stuff. I'm sitting back and then I'm telling myself that this can or can't be done versus what I've learned. I don't know all the answers. It's just messed up, man. It's really dumb. The fact that The fact that you've made a law and now state that that law is the end of the story, no matter what comes along, is ridiculous. If you guys get time, check out Jason. I can't say his last name. Verbelli. I will post a link in the chat of Jason. If you guys get time, listen to what Jason says on all his videos. Freaking genius when it comes to trying to explain something. Freaking genius. He has got it, in my mind, he has got it down. He's got the answers to some of the questions that these big dogs can't answer. And they need to start listening to what he says. I think it's very, very accurate. He's done what Stan has done in the mind of putting things together and make it work. Stan took a whole bunch of different ideas that he's seen in patents and other information and put it together to make a system. And Jason has done that with his ideas and thoughts on what's happening in this world. Freaking sweet. Oh, you guys already got it? Oh, bam, 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 bam. Okay, I don't even have to mess with it. Good job. Thank you, guys. Check that stuff out. I'm in contact with him. He is freaking great. Talked to him a few times on the phone, and he just, I love the way he goes at it. You guys are freaking ridiculous! What are you talking about? So funny. Tell the truth, man. That's what he's doing. He's putting his theories out there. And I'm not saying his theories are 100% accurate. I'm just saying what he says makes sense to me. Whenever I look back at everything I've learned so far, this stuff just makes sense. He does a good job at sitting there and holding a cup and spinning a vortex in it and showing you that it goes out and not in, and it's never what does he say? It's never pushing. It's always pulling, and it's crazy. It's really good. I really love it. Oh, back to your question, Tony. You were talking about the hole size in the tube. There's one problem with that. The main problem is that you got his HHO cell, and you got a chamber of oxygen hydrogen mixture. Then the tube, that inside that chamber is not going to be pressurized that high. In theory, I guess you could pressurize it that high inside the tube, but you wouldn't want to, I wouldn't think. If you look at any of the videos he's posted, and you know this, you always see his gauges at no less or no more than like 15 psi. He talks about no more than 15 psi, and the transducer on the hydrogen cell is also adjustable in that range. Something to think about, something I learned. I really think me and you should sit down and have a long chat about this stuff. I think me and you could share information to each other, which would be interesting. Just thoughts and ideas. Yeah, I'm done ranting, but I just think it's a bunch of crap. Someone can make a law. You can't do that. Okay. So because you can't say because you cannot see what is happening, you're telling me that it's just the way it is, and that's it. End of story. I don't know, man. Sounds pretty ridiculous to me. Now, I'm not saying they're totally wrong, but I'm saying they're not right either. They got some big flaws in their stuff, and that's what the problem is. You know, it's their thought on it, and they've written the laws, and that to me is a great idea. But when a law is broken, instead of just going, oh well, I will push that over here, and then we'll kick you out of the club because now you make no sense to us. And that's what they do to these people. It's retarded. It's just dumb. Hey Tony, add me to your Skype. I sent you a couple emails in the past, but no reply. My Skype is very simple. There you go. Add me. Other than that, I would love to work on the EPG, and I do have to cut a bunch of little connectors and connect all them coils together, and I haven't gotten that far yet, but I will be doing that. The other thing I gotta do is clean this mess up, because it's probably gonna start getting cold again. This winter's been really stupid. It's been really messed up. Oh man, this new tubing sucks. Oh, EPG, baby. I love this thing. It's crazy. It's pretty cool, though. Pretty crazy. Whoop, whoop! Oh, you don't have it? Okay, well, phone conversation, fine, Tony. For now. I just like Skype. But, my email, which you might have, I don't know. There's my email. Pop one over to me and I'll give you my contact information. Noob. Check it out, man. He started a series called What is a Magnet and Why? He goes through about everything that you can go through. You need to check it out. All of you. Doritos are very filling. That's why I got them. Pie. What kind of pie? 3.14 pie? That's funny, Tony. There's a fella I met, his name is Joe. XR up all night. His name is Joe. And Joe did some very interesting research with the vortex math. He's does some background in the mushroom research, not the kind you smoke or chew or whatever it is you do with them. I don't know, but not those kind. The growth of them and the interesting properties of them, and he came up with a new number set similar to Jamie's 324. I don't remember. 432, sorry. Joe came up with the rest of the list. And I'm still trying to go through all of it. But some interesting stuff there that I'm going to be looking at. And hopefully trying to incorporate in my new research stuff. That not new, but my research in general, keeping it in my head as ideas of what could be happening and stuff, and it's interesting. Yeah, I've heard of him. Oh man, he quit. He's gone. 19 viewers. Bah humbug. Every Sunday night I'm not working, I try to do a live show. I know it's late and I know it's at random times, and I apologize for that, but I'm here, I'm doing it. Share it with you guys, give me some feedback. I enjoy it. Some nights it's really hard. Right now I'm doing okay. Some nights it is really hard. So tired, I can't even think straight half the time. But I enjoy it. I'm glad you guys show up because, again, if you guys weren't here supporting me, Matt wouldn't have this website donated to me, and he wouldn't have taken the time to install such a nice web page with the video and the chat and everything, and the forums wouldn't be here. We have to post somewhere else in the boring forums. I wouldn't be very motivated. I would still do this stuff, but I would be less motivated. I wouldn't have gotten anywhere because you guys really do help support me a lot, and that's very important. And I try to give all my support back because you guys support me. Indeed, man. And I'm actually kind of curious if anyone is interested in helping me post my new data as I get it on my website. I need someone that understands what I'm doing. I need someone that can pretty much describe what it is I'm trying to say, and someone that can write it out in sentences and post it with pictures and or the video links. I just recently updated 3 of my pages, brand new. One's the wire winder, not the wire wrapper, but the actual wire straightener. The other one I did was the burnometer. I did another page too I updated, can't remember, but I am looking for someone that's willing to help with that. But they gotta have the computer knowledge, and they have to understand what I'm doing. Just because, so they get the information accurately. Posted here and there, and I can tell you what to say. But anyway. Yeah, documenting. I mean, if all this stuff comes about, we don't get anywhere. You know, we did what we had to do, and we put forth the effort that needed to be happening if we did get to that point, and if we do get to that point, thank God, that'd be awesome. But once again, Tony, you're you know, an electrical engineer. I'm not. I can build stuff. I can build it real well. I can make it work, but I can't sit there and tell you how to engineer a circuit very well at all, hardly. Sharky over at the forums is working on the circuit that basically, Tony, that you've already built, but we're just going off of our own thoughts, knowledge, and information. And he's got it almost complete. I'm going to be ordering those parts, putting it on my breadboard, experimenting with it, and I'm also going to be sending him a cell and a VIC bobbin set. I may even go ahead and wrap some wire on there for him so we have the exact same one. With the 30 gauge, after I get your information, Tony, if you could possibly get that to me, the coil information, Tony, if you could possibly get that to me sometime real soon. I'm going to be wrapping those coils. That would save me some time, if at all possible. I would really appreciate it. I know you spend a lot of time going through that process of unwinding and checking and unwinding and checking, and again, respect to you and everyone else, as I always give credit where credit is due. Did you see my email I posted, Tony? What? Oh. These Doritos are really good. Okay. I'm not really done, but I am done. 'cause I don't have a whole lot more to do, and everything else is in my house. My lab is destroyed out here. My lab inside is completely destroyed. You can't even walk through there. I got some shelves out here. You can see behind me. I'm going to bring them in the house and get that cleaned up. Try to get some stuff on more shelves. I think I work the next 2 weekends. You won't see me for 2 weeks. There's pieces of red balloon in places I've never seen. It's awesome. It's funny. Again, all of your support is needed and appreciated. And I want to correct one more thing. Sometimes, too often, a lot of the times I say I or me in my video. I say like, here's my EPG, here's my this and that. In my head I'm just saying it, but really it's all of ours working in a group. Everyone that's pitching in to help, you guys here right now, you're pitching in to help. You're giving me thoughts and ideas. And respect to you all. Here. My spell check sucks. That's another reason why I need some help on the website. Someone can just go through it and read it and correct it on their own instead of contacting me to correct it, because I've done that before and that can get time consuming. That'd be okay. But most of it has been double checked by my mother. She's a dictator, so she can do it pretty fast, but she doesn't have access to change it. Now that's ridiculous. Like Matt was saying, if we had 1 penny for every time somebody downloaded something from the website, we'd have $50,000. 50,000 gig was downloaded in the last month. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Oh, one more thing I want to do. Matt, you might be able to help with this. I have some random things around my house that I would like to give to people that need them. I got a lot of these 24-volt power supplies. There's one sitting back there on that box. And that'd be great if I could put them on the website and just put donation. And then, obviously shipping they would have to pay for themselves. Anything past that, I don't know, how much does it cost? However much you'd like to pay for it. I think it would be a cool idea to try to give to people to give back. But I would need help setting that up. I would need help posting it on there and keeping track of it. Almost need somebody to help me just send stuff out to people. Just some thoughts and ideas I had. Anybody else got any comments on that? You think that would be a good idea? Set up a dedicated web page for parts being donated to you guys for return and research money? You can probably hear every crunch. Cool ranch. There's red balloons sitting here. There's red balloons everywhere. It's awesome. The day has come It is about time to go spend some sleep time with my wife. I don't get to spend much time with her. Agreed, my friend. Thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad you guys are here. Without you, I'd still be trying to figure out how I was going to get to this point. The help is amazing. More coffee! I haven't had any coffee for a while. I won't be here next week. It'll be at least 2 weeks. I was going to mention something to you, Matt. I forgot what it was. Oh well. You have to hit me up on Skype sometime when you get on. How long is the delay? Good question. I'm gonna say something, and when I say that, I want everybody to post whatever it is that I want you to say, alright? And we will check each person. We'll see how long it lags. I've seen the lag all the way down to like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and I've seen it up to 15 seconds. So let's just have a little fun here, shall we? Alright. When I say post, that's cool, I want you to post that. Ready, set, post it. Okay, well, the lag was... Hexar had it up there before I even said it. That's not fair. Hexar saw it coming. That literally probably took most of you replied in a very short time. That might have been flawed. Okay, post it again now. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, something like that. I don't think Tony's here. I think he went away for a minute. But yeah, I think Tony has some serious lag. Because earlier he was like totally way behind everyone. It's really fun to ask you guys questions such as everyone posts their how old they are. I'll have to post mine too. That's cool. Some of you guys hate to post your information. Don't even tell me, Hexar. I know you're 12. You don't even have to tell me. There, I'm connected in 3 chat rooms now. Well, I will be. As soon as I turn my Wi-Fi back on. $5:30. I'm hitting the hay. I'm probably gonna not sleep again very much, like always. Oh crap. Eventually I'll get logged in here. Boom! Oh boy. Knob and Hexy. Hexar, I mean. Oh look, there I am. Oh boy. Wow, that's really funny. I have a different name. I have different colors on my phone than I do have on my screen. It's really whacking me out. Alright, peace and love to you all. Go get some sleep. Hexar, you have to stay up until the lights come on. Up all night. Somewhere in Cali. No colors. Don't like any colors. And he's 12. Or she. I don't really know. Hexar. Oh, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. And now I'm going to enjoy a little nap. A little nap. Maybe next time I'm out here I'll have a real wood burning stove, depending on the temperature. Whoop whoop! Okay, Matt. I guess I'll see this chat log up soon. I'll have to read it. I'll have to go through it and take a look, because lots of good chatting going on out there. Awesome. Sweet dreams. I will be dreaming very nice while I sleep with my wife. It will be nice. Working third shift kind of sucks for that reason. Boom, boom, boom! Poof! That was quick. Fun times. 14 viewers. Hexar will be here until I shut my computer off, and then he'll still be there. Oh. That's funny. Seeing what kind of crazy emails I got today. Here's one I got today. This guy's name is George Phillips. He sent me a email, and it says car is the subject, and it says, how can I make my V6 van run on water? That's it. End of email. I wasn't going to reply at all, but I'm thinking I should reply to him saying, keep following what I'm doing. I'll do that. I said, keep following what I'm doing and we will have the answers. Time. All takes time. And funding. How about that? There we go. Boom! Answer solved. I get emails like that all of the time. It is crazy. Sometimes I just can't respond to half these people because it's like that question right there is like, hey, you tell me what I need to do, and it's like, no, you need to research what you need to do. You'll figure it out one day. These people drive me crazy. I did. I pointed him to, I don't know where I pointed him. I thought I did. I'll add all the links. But I usually do. I usually always send them there. Yeah, I know. I don't like to do the auto. I don't like to do the auto, though. I like to reply to people. Or just not at all, but that's not good either. Auto would be better than that, but I need someone that can help me reply to emails. Oh, a whole bunch of people. Tin Man just replied. I wonder if he was in the show. Kyle, are you... Oh, Kyle went to bed. I got Kyle's donation link. It worked. I know I sent one back to him last time. There's only like one I haven't sent back. I think I've sent one back to everyone else. Just for fun. Okay. Anyway, done. Stupid questions, he says. I know. I want to get back to people because I think it's important, but at the same time, I cannot respond to 5 new people I've never met asking simple and or very complicated questions which we've already answered at the forums. So I try to send them to there, but sometimes you don't have the exact answers all in a one bundle to send to a person, so send them there and do their own research for a while. Well, it's good to know that the 7.0 frequency generator works. That's always nice. Other than that, I stood in front of that kerosene heater and now I smell completely like kerosene. My wife's going to hate that, so that's going to be nice. She'll let me know quite well that I stink real bad. Alright, peace and love to you all. I'm out like a fat kid in dodgeball. And or I'm going to make like a bread truck and haul buns. Cheers. Yes, I will be doing the electrical output versus HHO input. Still got to process what I just learned today, but we'll get there. Thank you guys. I do appreciate it. Go get some sleep for yourself, XR. Stay up all night. If you don't, I don't know what's going to happen to you. You might fall over and pass out. And I'm going to enjoy my pink water bottle. That's all I could find. Woo-hoo! Yes. Wow, how did you type that fast? Spam. Thanks, guys and girls. Appreciate it. Peace.